John, you guys have been talking a lot about LeBron James in recent weeks because during the All-Star break, LeBron James gave an interview and talked to some people. He said some things, including that his last year he wants to play with Bronny no matter what. He'll go to any team. It doesn't matter. The money doesn't matter. Whatever team drafts Bronny is going to get him. Well, that was following comments that seemed to be heavily praising GMs who went out and got players for their teams when they were ready to win, which seemed like shade at Rob Pelinka and Lakers management. This is LeBron James to a T, and that's why I compare him to Aaron Rodgers. These guys have both been very passive-aggressive throughout their entire careers and always go to the media and speak out to the media when they want things changed in-house. And that seems to be exactly what LeBron James is doing. That's caused a lot of reports to come out as the Lakers are 5 games under 500 in the West with a disaster of a team right now. Looks like LeBron is trying to force the Lakers into a management change. We've seen him do this time and time again with different teams that he's played for. And now he's kind of walking it back and saying, I want to be a Laker for life, blah, 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 all this stuff.
Nobody should believe that. He's never committed to one place for too long. He's not a lifer with the Cavs. The only reason why he even said he was considering going back to the Cavs because the All-Star game was in Cleveland. That's pretty much it. Because he came back and said, well, my last season is going to be played with my son. Well, what if your son is in Chicago? You going to go to the Bulls? I mean,
fuck him.
This dude, he's so full of shit, man. So full of shit. I mean, LeBron James at this point, now he's trying to do damage control because all this stuff got out. I did a video earlier. What's that?
Here's the thing, though, John. Like the damage control, Rich Paul went and talked to them. If LeBron James, if he was completely fine with Lakers management, Lakers leadership, why would his agent, Rich Paul, go have a meeting with Jimmy Buss and Rob Pelinka?
That ain't normal.
If you're fine with everything, if everything is cool, why do you send Rich Paul to go speak on your behalf? I don't believe it.
What's his end game? What do you guys think ultimately he's going to do, or what does he want to do?
It is the same thing that I feel like Aaron Rodgers does, and the way he kind of manipulates people is what he's trying to do is set this narrative that it's not his fault. It's management's fault. That's what he tries to do. He tries to separate this division so that people have someone else to put the blame on besides him. He has done this always whenever they start struggling. It's either the coach or the general manager or something. It is never, ever LeBron James's fault.
Because we all know he put this team together. He met with Russell Westbrook.
He's the real GM.
In the offseason. It wasn't Rob Pelinka. LeBron met with him. And then that's when the Lakers went and got LeBron entered this team. They're 27-32. Now he wants to wash his hands clean of putting his team together and put it all on Rob Pelinka and get him replaced with Sam Presti. Not a good look for LeBron.
It is true. It is true about the Rodgers and LeBron thing because they've both been successful in that respect in terms of, like their fan base and stuff, where it's just like, there's a reason that it was never Tom Brady's coach's fault and it was never Michael Jordan's coach's fault. You know what I mean? There's a reason why, because those players actually were the greatest to ever do it. And then you never had their coach to blame for their, lack of success. And then you have people like Aaron Rodgers and LeBron, and you're constantly like, well, they're the greatest to ever do it. Their talent is next level, but they've been held back by their organizations. No, they haven't. No, they haven't.
Also, LeBron is in uncharted territory here. When was the last time he actually had a losing record? His rookie year, maybe?
Has he?
He made the playoffs.
Really good question.
I'm not sure, but it's been a long ass time since he's had a losing record, and he's panicking right now because he ain't getting any younger.
2003 and 2004. So they were 35 and 47.
Okay.
So they were not good.
Did they make the playoffs? Or no?
They were 5th in the Central, so there's no way they made.
Okay.
No way they made the playoffs.
Chat saying he had a losing record in his first year in LA. Well, that's the year he got injured, right?
Yeah. That doesn't.
I don't really count that one.
Don't really count that one.
I am all for fucking shitting on LeBron James at every possible opportunity, but I can't really blame that one on him too much.
He can sign an extension, I believe, this offseason for 2 more years. it's going to be interesting to see if he actually signs that extension, because he's under contract for this season and next season. Something's telling me he's not going to sign that extension.
Yeah, there he is. So LeBron went 28 and 27 his first year. He did play 55 games, so that sounds about right. Yeah, I think that when it comes to LeBron James, we've seen this tale over and over again. We've seen him get coaches fired. We've seen him get coaches replaced. We've seen him get GMs replaced. Yeah, David Blatt. David Blatt comes in, immediately brings his boy Ty Lue, who then Ty Lue, once LeBron left, evidently he pulled an Urban Meyer. He's like, oh, I don't feel good. I'm sick. Basically what happened is like Ty Lue's coughing up blood because of the stress.